this point you've gathered, we are chucking in some awesome granite cobbles. If you haven't watched our cobble how-to video, check it out, go watch that. I'll put a link in the description. But yeah, just thought we'd add on a few more details as we're using a completely different product. As you can see, a clean cut product, calibrated product to 50 millimeters. Yeah, so it's created an awesome visual effect with the difference between the more rustic cobbles onto the granite. Since we've last seen you, we've also chucked in these awesome this is granite, believe it or not. When I first saw it I thought it was limestone, but they're about, well, varying, but about 250 by 100, and then they're the same, about 50 mil thick, that we're going to run the string line off of, as you can see here. So the height on one side, and we've set the height on the other side for the thickness of a bed and our coping stone. Yeah, huge fan of this product. So maybe if you were, doesn't necessarily have to be granite, but if you're first getting into cobbles, a calibrated product is definitely going to be easier for the bed spacings, following the string line, all that sort of stuff. So maybe that's an idea. You can also get porcelain sets nowadays. They're obviously quite a bit thinner, 20 mil, but completely calibrated and completely squared off, cut clean. So yeah, if you're looking to get into cobble works, especially on a larger scale, maybe that's a good place to start. So in the cobble how-to video we talked about the mix. I'll just run over it once more. And now we've actually got some stone dust as well. So we didn't in the last video, but the sand here is very gritty, so it wasn't really an issue, but now you can see what I mean. Yeah, so we use a 4-and-1 mix, but we've got 2 sharp sand and then 2 stone dust. So I'll just show that. I think this is actually crushed granite, to be honest, from a local quarry, but I'll just show that up close. So again, you can see, like, not this, I believe is 3 mil down, or it might be 6 mil, 5 mil, anyway. But yeah, you can see it's just a lot grittier, some larger bits in there. We find it just makes the best mix for cobbles. Again, if you can only get your hands on sharp sand, that'll work as well. You can see the sharp sand here, there's some quite big aggregates in it, so we weren't worried about just using the sharp sand. But again, in the Midlands it was a lot finer than this, so you probably would want to mix in your stone dust. So depends on the area, depends on the location, but those are the 2 products that we're mixing together, so it'll give you an idea on grain size, aggregate, things like that. So once again, 2 sharp sand, 2 stone dust, and then 1 cement. So yeah, if you watch Cobble How To, I'm sure a lot of this is repeated, but I just want to get in some tiny little details. Primer, once again, so we prime the back of every cobble. Edger, run your string line. You'll also notice over here we've got a string line. We've got a string line running this way, so that will give us our height to end perfectly for the height of our coping. So the coping is 25 mil, that will bring us down to here with approximately a 20-25 mil bed. We've put in a couple of black lime. We're also going to put in some normal cobbles as well, as just sort of an accent detail. But now that we're on to our second row of granite, you can see we've got a perfect 50-50 bond, and that's what we're going for. So in my mind, aesthetically, not a big deal. Whereas if we'd put a cut into that row, you'd be putting a cut into every single row. So we went for this option, and then yeah, I think it would be a nice delineation anyway. So because these are calibrated, you can get your bed just perfect for your, 10 mil tap down. Obviously this isn't primed, but I'll just show you. Oh, I'll prime it anyway, shall I? And then, as it's a bit of a thicker stone, we've been using the lump hammer, just a little bit more weight to it. The string line is a little bit low here. What we've done is we've put a camber in, so we didn't want all the water running straight off the wall. So we have some running into this gravel trap. There's also space in front of this wall, and we've got 2 drains on the property, so we were trying to just sort of spread out the water flow over several different drains, natural drainage, rather than have it all cascade down into one. So this line is purely for orientation, and then we're checking the level with the level. Like so. there's a few more little details when you're working with granite cobbles. Any questions, leave us a comment below. Check us out on Instagram, George Bill Jones. Yeah, other than that, we're going to crack on. We'll show you a bit of the process now. Alright, so the granite's in. Hopefully you picked up a couple more tips from that video. But yeah, just wanted to show you this different product and how it creates an awesome combination with a more traditional material. Boom. As always, any questions, leave us a comment below. What do you think of the granite? Let us know.